for not letting my sister-in-law's kids attend my wedding? I, 28F, am getting married in a few months to my fiancé, Jake, 30M. Everything is going well, but there's a problem with my future sister-in-law, Amanda, 33F, and her two kids, 7F and 5M. Jake and I decided on a small, intimate wedding with only close family and friends. We both have large families, but we wanted a guest list of under 50 people. When I sent out the invites, I made it clear that the wedding would be child-free. This wasn't to insult anyone, I just envisioned an adult atmosphere for our special day. Amanda wasn't happy about this. She immediately said that if her kids couldn't come, she wouldn't attend the wedding. I tried to explain my reasoning, but she became upset. She claimed it was unfair to exclude her children and said it would feel like a rejection of her parenting. She even accused me of discriminating against her family. I calmly explained that I had to draw a line somewhere and that I wasn't trying to hurt anyone's feelings. She didn't like that response and gave me an ultimatum: either the kids come, or she wouldn't be attending. Now my family is getting involved. They think I'm being too harsh and that I should let the kids attend. They've been pressuring me to change my mind, saying it's not a big deal. But I really don't want to give in on this. It's causing some tension, but Jake and I are both standing by our decision. We've worked hard to plan the wedding we've always wanted, and I don't want to make exceptions just to please one person.
Am I the asshole for asking my friend to pay me back after she used my vacation time to take a trip? I, 26F, work at a company with a limited number of vacation days each year. My friend, Sarah, 27F, planned a trip but didn't have enough vacation days, so she asked if she could use some of mine. I agreed after she promised to pay me back by giving me some of her vacation days next year. She went on her trip, and I covered the days she needed. But now, months later, she hasn't mentioned returning the favor. I've had to take time off for some personal issues, and now I really need those days back. When I brought it up, Sarah got defensive. She said she's been too busy to deal with it and would get around to it eventually. I've noticed she's been taking time off for her own stuff, and I feel like she's avoiding paying me back. I feel frustrated because I kept my end of the deal, but it seems like she's not interested in following through. My friends say I'm being too pushy and that I should expect to never see those days again, but I feel like it's unfair.
Am I the asshole for telling my parents they can't visit unless they stop criticizing my partner? I, 29F, have been with my boyfriend, Tom, 32M, for over a year, and we're moving in together soon. My parents, in their 60s, have never been fans of Tom. They constantly criticize his career, hobbies, and even his personality. They keep saying I deserve someone better with a more stable career. At first, I didn't let it bother me, but over time, their comments have become worse. A few weeks ago, my mom casually said, "You can do better than him," and my dad mentioned that I was throwing my future away. It hurt, and I've tried to defend Tom, but they keep undermining him. Things came to a head when I was venting about work, and my mom quickly changed the subject to tell me how I should be careful with Tom. I finally told my parents that they couldn't visit unless they started treating Tom with respect. I explained that their constant criticism wasn't acceptable and that I needed them to support our relationship. They were shocked and accused me of choosing Tom over them. Now, they're pressuring me to apologize. I'm standing my ground because I believe Tom deserves respect, but I'm feeling guilty.
Am I the asshole for not wanting to support my best friend's career change because it affects me? I, 27F, have a best friend, Lisa, 28F, who recently left her finance job to pursue photography full-time. While I've always encouraged her passion, I'm concerned about the timing. Lisa has been working part-time as a photographer for a while, but she hasn't built up enough of a client base to sustain herself. Now, she's asking me to help her find clients and promote her work. I'm a graphic designer, and I've spent years building my career. I'm worried that if I help her too much, I'll lose clients to her. The creative industry is competitive, and I've worked hard to establish myself. When I voiced my concerns, Lisa accused me of being jealous and not wanting her to succeed. She said I should root for my best friend and not let business get in the way. I get where she's coming from, but I feel like helping her could hurt my own career. My other friends say I should be supporting her, but I feel torn. I want to help, but I also need to protect my livelihood.
Am I the asshole for asking my ex to pay me back for the wedding ring after we broke up? I, 30M, was engaged to my ex, Lily, 28F. We were together for about 3 years before we broke up. While the breakup was mutual, it wasn't easy. A few months before the breakup, I bought a custom wedding ring for Lily, costing me around $5,000. We had picked it out together, and it symbolized our future together. After the breakup, Lily didn't want to keep the ring, so she returned it to me. Now, I'm in a financial crunch, and I've been considering asking her to pay me back for the ring. I know it wasn't her fault the relationship ended, but it was a large financial commitment, and I feel like it's fair to ask for at least part of that money back. When I brought it up, Lily was surprised and said it was unreasonable. She told me to let it go and not make the ring a bigger issue than it already was. Some of my friends think I'm being petty, but I feel like I need to recover the money.
Am I the asshole for not attending my best friend's wedding because her fiancé is rude to me? I, 27F, have been best friends with Kate, 28F, for over 10 years. We've been through everything together, and I was thrilled when she got engaged to Mike, 30M. However, over the past year, I've been getting increasingly uncomfortable with the way Mike treats me. Mike has always been a little cold, but lately, he's been outright rude. He often makes snarky comments, belittles my opinions, and dismisses my accomplishments. One time, when we were all out for dinner, he made a joke about how I'll never get anywhere in my career and shouldn't get my hopes up. Kate laughed it off, and I didn't want to make a scene, but it bothered me. I've tried to talk to Kate about it a couple of times, but she always brushes it off, saying Mike's just joking or that I'm being too sensitive. I've kept my distance from him, but I still go to group gatherings to support Kate. A few weeks ago, Kate sent out wedding invitations, and I was invited. But I've been thinking about it, and I just don't feel comfortable going. I don't want to be around someone who disrespects me, especially at such a big occasion. I also don't want to cause drama, but I feel like I would be compromising my own values by attending. I told Kate I wasn't going to come to the wedding because of how Mike treats me. She was furious and said I was overreacting and ruining her special day. She accused me of being selfish and said I was putting my feelings over her happiness.
Am I the asshole for not helping my sister financially after she keeps asking for money? I, 32M, have a younger sister, Emily, 28F, who has been struggling financially for the past few years. She's had a series of bad financial decisions, including overspending on luxury items and getting into debt. While I sympathize with her struggles, I'm starting to feel frustrated because she's constantly asking me for money. At first, I helped her out whenever she needed it. I gave her small loans, helped pay some bills, and even paid off a couple of credit cards for her. However, it's been a year now, and she's still asking for money. It seems like every couple of months, she's in some new financial crisis, and I'm expected to bail her out. Recently, Emily asked for $2,000 to cover rent after her car broke down and she couldn't afford both. I was hesitant but agreed to help, and I gave her the money, hoping it would be the last time. But a week later, she called me again asking for more, claiming she couldn't pay her student loan because she had to buy a new phone. I told her I wasn't able to help this time, and she got upset, saying I was being heartless. Now, she's saying that I don't care about her anymore and that I'm abandoning her in her time of need. Our parents have gotten involved, and they're telling me that I should be helping her more and that I'm being selfish. But I feel like I've already given her a lot of financial support, and I don't think I should keep enabling her behavior. I'm at a loss. I want to help, but I'm worried she'll never take responsibility for her own finances if I keep bailing her out.
Am I the asshole for not letting my parents have a say in my wedding planning? I, 25F, am getting married to my fiancé, Sam, 27M, in a few months. We've been planning our wedding for about a year now, and everything has been going smoothly, except for my parents. My parents have been very involved in my life since I was a child, and while I appreciate their support, they tend to be a bit overbearing. When we first started planning our wedding, I told them that Sam and I wanted to keep things simple and personal. We weren't looking for a big, extravagant celebration, but we wanted it to be something meaningful for both of us. However, my parents have different ideas. They want to invite everyone they know, including distant relatives and family friends I haven't seen in years. They've also been pressuring me to make decisions I don't agree with, like changing the venue to accommodate their guest list and adding more extravagant decorations. They've suggested everything from a bigger cake to more expensive catering, and it's becoming overwhelming. I tried to have a conversation with them, explaining that Sam and I are paying for the wedding ourselves, and we want it to reflect our personalities. I also told them that I don't want to feel like I'm planning the wedding they want, not the one we envisioned. They didn't take it well. They accused me of being selfish and not valuing family because I wasn't including everyone they wanted to invite. I've reached the point where I'm considering telling them that they no longer have a say in the planning process. I feel guilty, but I also feel like this is my day, and I shouldn't have to sacrifice what we want just to please them.